During the winter of 1978, when we first moved to Colorado, a couple of friends of mine, fellow pilots, suggested that we fly to the south tip of Baja in February to spend a week camping on the beach. Now, since the snow was about knee-deep around Black Forest where I live, that sounded like a great idea, and it took me about 30 seconds to jump for the idea. We left there early in the morning, and it's 1,500-mile flight, and even an airplane is a long ways. And the first night, we made it all the way to Gonzaga Bay on the east side of Baja, a place called Alpecinas. We were there, and after dinner, I walked out to the airplane to be sure it was properly tied down for the night. While I was there, a little old man came up to me and told me a story about a secret treasure of gold hidden in a secret mission west of Gonzaga Bay. He said he had been there and found the mission, but he couldn't find the gold. And he offered to sell me a map for $10 of how to find it. He said he was doing that to feed his family because he was too old to go search for it again. When I came back inside and told my friends about paying $10 for a treasure map, this was their reaction. We took off the next morning and flew the remaining 500 miles to a little cove called Bahia Los Frailes. Landed on the short little landing strip there, carried our stuff over under the big tree, and camped on the beach for the next week. Doing what you'd normally do, beach camping in Baja. We had a great time. We flew home after that, and then made 2 more flying trips following that. After those flying trips, I decided that I would drive down and take my wife with me. So I bought a van and built it out for camping. And we drove it 2 winters down there. We would spend 4 months during the winter on Baja, camped out in the van. And we had a great time there. I heard a lot more stories about the mythical gold. After we got settled back home, I decided to write a book about the gold. And I got it started out pretty well, and it was going very well. I established the characters, the plot, and got everything going. And I guess I was halfway through a book when I just sort of ran into a writer's block or loss of interest or something else took my time or whatever it was. But anyway, production on the book just sort of stopped. And it laid there in the computer for 4 or 5 years. Well, I met a fellow named Kent Hughes who lives in Southern California and not very far from a town by the same name as the mission Santa Ynez. He read that first part and he said, "Boy, that is great." He said, "I can do something with that." So I said, "Well, have at it." So he finished the book. It is now published. And here it is. It's available from Amazon.com. It's a story about these 2 guys who get swept up in the map and the search for the gold, and they run into some good guys and some bad guys. They find romance. They find really bad guys, especially one by the name of Montezuma's Revenge, who is a retired wrestler turned drug dealer. There's speedboats, there's diving, there's flying. There's a little bit in there to suit everybody's needs and attentions. But I'm not going to tell you how it ends. You'll have to discover that for yourself by reading the book.